Courtney Love is doubling down on her claim that Brad Pitt had her fired from Fight Club, as a source denied she was ever cast in the first place. In a lengthy statement posted on Instagram Friday, the actress, singer addressed comments she made on the WTF with Marc Maron podcast earlier this week, in which she said she was fired from the lead female role in the 1999 film after rejecting Pitt's separate pitch about making a biopic about her late husband Kurt Cobain. A source close to the film told People on Thursday that they believe Love auditioned for a role in Fight Club, a role she was never offered at any point. The insider added, "You cannot be fired for a job you didn't get. It's common knowledge that roles are not decided by other actors, but by the director." Love, 58, said in her statement that the story she recounted on the podcast, involving an alleged phone call to her from Pitt, now 59, and director Gus Van Sant about a potential Cobain-focused project, was initially one she was never going to tell, but Pitt pushed me a bridge too far. I don't like the way he does business or wields his power. It's a simple fact, and it started during the production of Fight Club, she went on. Reps for Pitt, Van Sant, 70, and Fight Club director David Fincher did not immediately respond to People's requests for comment Friday. Love continued her Friday statement by insisting she is not here 22 years later bitching about losing a part playing someone's side piece in a movie, as she understands how much of a game of roulette casting is. Love claimed she was originally offered the part of Marla Singer, which eventually went to Helena Bonham Carter. The film also starred Pitt, as well as Love's then-boyfriend Edward Norton. About Pitt bringing the Cobain idea to her at the time, Love recalled, "I lost my S on them, and by 7 p.m. I was fired from Fight Club." The whole singer added, "Every word of this is factual. This was always a secret that I was fine keeping. It's a movie. Indeed, I passed on better roles than that. Who cares?" Love continued, claiming that Pitt was still persistent about a Cobain project for years to come. Love said on the podcast she met with Pitt over Zoom in 2020 to discuss his production company, Plan B Entertainment, producing a potential Cobain biopic. The Nirvana frontman died by suicide in 1994 at age 27. He and Love share one child, daughter Frances Bean Cobain, 30. While Love did not mention Van Sant as being on the Zoom call, the filmmaker previously wrote and directed 2005's Last Days, starring Michael Pitt, no relation to Brad, as a Seattle musician whose life and career are reminiscent of those of Kurt Cobain, according to an IMDb synopsis. With all this resentment in our history, one might ask why I took yet another pitch for Kurt's film from Brad after all these years? It's because I'm in recovery, Love wrote in her Friday Instagram statement. And resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. I was over being mad about it. Plus, I heard Pitt was dealing with the same demons. So, we might both have changed our spiritual worldviews. Not to be, she added. It's not just the Zoom I had with Brad in 2020 where I said no to at Plan Films and Brad producing it. It's that I said no on the Zoom and that was not enough, and I was not heard. I was ignored. Love reiterated that she had no plans to bring it up with Marc Maron, but up it came, insisting that she tall,